Hey everybody. So I'm going to talk today about this elusive thing that we're all looking for, which is happiness, lasting happiness. So if you're like most people, you will have some kind of goals for the future where you say that once I've achieved this, then I'm going to be happy. So, for example, it could be when I've met the perfect partner, or when I've got this amazing job, or when I've got this new house, or when I've been traveling to this place, or when I've had a baby. It could be anything external, and saying, right, so when I achieve this thing, then I'm going to be happy. And that's just a common mind structure that pretty much everybody has. But I invite you to go back in time in your mind and just think, actually, what goals have I had in the past? And so probably in the past, maybe like a couple of years ago, you had other goals. So maybe it was like, maybe a couple of years ago, you thought, okay, when I meet the perfect person, then I'm going to be happy. Okay, so 2 years later, you might have realized that actually everyone has their flaws. There's no such thing as the perfect partner. We're all human. And therefore there's going to be something that probably annoys you about them, or they just won't be perfect. So once the honeymoon kind of phase is worn off, you might realize that actually, I did have this goal that once I get married, I'm a perfect partner, then I'll be happy. But actually, not actually. You might be a bit happier, but you're not going to be like completely fulfilled and happy. Or maybe you might have thought, okay, when I get this promotion at work, I make this really great role, then I'm going to be happy. Or when I'm making X amount of money, then I'm going to be happy. But I think, okay, you probably achieved some of those in the past. Have they really made you happy? And the same with everything else. Babies, is all people post about babies on like social media, and it's all the good moments of holding the baby for the first time and like all the good stuff, but no one posts about the bad stuff that happens. So the endless crying nights, the tantrums, the time that you just want them to disappear. That no one posts of. So what other people see, particularly women, when they see social media, is like, wow, having a baby must be fulfilling and it must complete me. But if you ask pretty much any mother, honestly, are you completely fulfilled through your children, like completely happy and fulfilled, then people are going to say no, if they're honest. So does that mean that we can never be happy? Well, no, it doesn't. It means that we're looking in the wrong place. We're always looking externally out into the world for something to grab onto and to make us happy. When really, happiness doesn't come from there at all. So we're looking in all the wrong places. And what we're really doing when we're seeking and searching for something and like saying, I need to do this and then I can be happy, is actually we're looking for a stronger sense of identity, like a stronger sense of self, because we have our self built on all these thought structures. So you might think, okay, who am I? I am, my name is Steph, for example, and I have these qualities about me, and I've had these experiences, and that is who I am. But as I've talked about in some of my other posts, like further down on my newsfeed, if you want to check those out, you'll discover that actually all of those things are all of those qualities are just basically thoughts that you have about yourself. So it's all about thinking. So I am this type of person, and to try and remember who you are, you have to actually think about it. And if you think all these qualities you might have and experiences you might have had, they will change over time. Like none of them are constant. So you might say like I'm a creative person, or I am like really fit, I'm really funny, or whatever it is. But over time, that stuff is likely to change. Like, so does that mean that you'll yourself change all the time and then nothing's constant? I don't think that's the case. So you can ask, what has actually been constant about me then, if it's not all these kind of thoughts I have about myself? And the answer is the fact that you're aware. So there's awareness, the space to be able to observe sense perceptions, thoughts and emotions. That's the only thing that's ever been constant in your life since you were born until you die. That'd be the only thing that like never changed. The fact that you can be aware of things. So this awareness, which is what you are. So when you live in the present moment, which is basically through the realization of the fact that you're awareness, so you can observe your thoughts and your emotions and your sense perceptions and be conscious of what you're doing all the time rather than being on autopilot. You're in that state of living who you are. So therefore, you're never seeking anything anymore to try and make you happy. That doesn't mean that you don't have goals. Like, yes, you might want to be in a relationship with someone. Yes, you might want to have a child. Yes, you may want to have a different career, which could suit you better, which you could actually suit you. So maybe you prefer being around people, so therefore you want a partner. So like that's fine, and you can realize things that do suit you and those that don't. But if you're looking for lasting happiness and fulfillment, and you're trying to find it through something, so through a person, through a condition, through a place, through anything external to you, you're not going to find it there. It's just not how the world works. The only way that you're going to find that true happiness and fulfillment is through going within and discovering, okay, I am this awareness, and you live your life in that state of not always been lost in thought, but actually being aware of what you're doing all the time. And that in itself gives you this happiness and fulfillment that you've always been looking for, that you're not ever going to find in the future. You have it always at the time, always now. So this is a huge thing because loads of people, like clients and people reaching out to me the last few days have said, yes, I can be happy when I've found the perfect relationship or the perfect whatever it is. And it's just, I've realised this myself, that I was exactly the same. I thought, okay, if I get this promotion or if I do this or that, then I'm going to be happy. And I realised that nothing out there can give you that lasting happiness and fulfillment. So I just really want to try and tell people, because most vast majority of people, unless they practice mindfulness and are aware, conscious beings, don't know this. And so they're constantly going to be looking their entire lives for something out there to make them feel give them a strong sense of self and make them feel fulfilled, and that doesn't work. So I don't want people to waste their lives not enjoying the present moment, always looking to the future for some happiness, when actually it's right here in the present moment. So just try and observe your thoughts, observe your emotions, use your sense perceptions and whatever you're doing. Like if you're outside in the garden, look at things, look at the sky, look at the beauty of it, look at the trees. If you've got animals like dogs or cats, they're amazing to kind of teach you this state of being rather than always being in the thoughts all the time, actually just being present. So if you just have a dog, just watch how joyful they are. And the reason that they are like that compared to the average human being, which is generally not joyful, is because they're in this state of not thinking and they're actually present with everything. So they smell the air, they're jumping around, and actually we can actually be more like that, and we can be more joyful, far more joyful, if we're not stuck in our head all day. So I invite you to please try and enjoy your sense perceptions. Eat something and actually taste it. Shut your eyes and taste, what does this feel like? Look outside and try not to just name things, like look at what it actually is. So if it's the sky, you can look at all the clouds in the sky, and you can look at the blue colour of the sky and just observe it. And it can just be 5 seconds, 10 seconds. And try not to just let thought interfere with that. So not kind of judgments about, today is not as sunny as yesterday or whatever it is. Just observe what is there. And then through that natural observance rather than thinking about it, you naturally become appreciative of the present moment. And you realise that you don't need to seek anything. Yes, you can make changes to your life. There's nothing wrong with that, but you're not going to find happiness and fulfillment there. You're going to find it only now, in the present moment. So have a go. Have a go. Don't believe what I'm saying. Try it out for yourself and to see, okay, have I achieved happiness in the past, like lasting happiness? Or if not, why not give this other thing a go? Try and be aware of what's happening. And like, for example, it's spring now. If you've got any flowers, just pick one and just hold it in your hand and just look at it and just appreciate it for what it is. So don't worry about names or anything. Oh, this is called a blah blah blah. No, just look at it and just look at the colours and just do that for a few seconds, and you might just find that actually being in that state of sense perceptions is actually great. So I hope this makes sense to you. Love to hear any comments you guys have. If you want to comment below, that'd be great. If not, then you can also private message me. Be happy to help. I just want people to find what I've found, which is lasting happiness and fulfillment, it's right here in the present moment. It's not in the future. Okay, guys, thanks so much. Bye.